Okay, finals, and we're playing first. Great start. Ooh, I like the hand. Much better than the last round. This is a good one. Not amazing, but pretty solid. If we can get a 3-drop in there, then this hand definitely becomes incredible. Opponent mulliganed. Pitted scratch to the top. That's good. I'd like to have a game with them. I don't want them to just, like, mulligan to 4 and quit. That's not exciting to me. Curator of Mysteries cycled on turn 1? What is going on? They must desperately need the land. Or they have some way to bring it back? What is happening? Yeah, I actually don't want to attack with Spellweaver. Don't really want to run into the proven combatant here. Luxogriver. I'm loving this opponent. What is happening? Well, let's start devastating. This is so weird. Cycle of Curator Mysteries, despite having 3 lands. This is... I don't... Do they have, like, God Pharaoh's Gift and they're trying to... Oh my. Okay, there are a lot of colors. This is a thing. Frontline can get in. And then we'll jam Desert Ceradon. It is currently more damage and they can't block, so I think that's okay. Can certainly understand the argument for having this down because, of course, it is unblockable right now with flying. But this is just a weird start all around. Move to attacks. I'm thinking I might even Firebrand and Nefcrop here. Tapping that. Huh. Jump block then? Nope. Alright, well then I'll Shimmer Scale. Huh. This is such a weird game. Such a weird game. I guess that the word that Frontline Devastator can represent more damage than Gilded Ceradon, but I'd have to spend pretty much on my entire turn to actually have that happen. Stay thirsty, my friend. No non-creature spells yet, making the Spellweaver a little bit awkward. Ah, they changed their mind this time. Doing a really good job of just kind of stonewalling us. The Luxor River Shrine's gaining them a bunch of life. I'm gonna start gaining 2 a turn. They would already be at 10. Come on. I need some spells. Surprised they haven't jump blocked the proven combatant yet. I would expect they do it soon because they don't have to spend the mana on the Luxor River Shrine, so they can internalize it a little bit easier. Yeah, there we go. Does let us get in with the Spellweaver Eternal a little bit easier. Now what we've got to hope is that they don't have some kind of board wipe. It'd be really embarrassing to go Plains and then Hour of Glory or whatever and just wipe away everything. Nope. Got him. So their deck is strange. I have no idea why they threw away Curator or Mysteries so early, when it's such a great card. And yeah, I think we just leave it the same. Our deck is nice and aggressive. That seems good against our opponent's 4-color clunky pile. 3 or 4 color. I don't see any reason to change anything. We don't need like an imminent doom to make our deck clunkier. We just want to stay narrow and focused like a laser beam to our opponent's heart. Fry 'em, that's what we want to do. And I mean, right now this deck is doing exactly what we want to. If we draw a certain number of 2-drops and a bunch of combat tricks, don't think our opponent's able to really recover from that. They didn't show us anything that showed it there. Ooh, what is happening with these hands, though? Okay, they also mulliganed, so that's good. This one is actually reasonable. It's unfortunate that we don't have any creatures, but we're on the draw. We get to look at the top card. We get to bottom the top card. I like Blur of Blades decently enough, but we certainly can't take it here when we don't have any action. Come on, action. Not the best action, but it will do. Proven Combatant's a card that's pretty good against this, honestly, just because it's annoying. It's kind of a frustrating thing for us to have to deal with. Coming out of the gates a lot faster here. Turn 1 Proven, turn 2 Spellweaver? Yikes. Okay. Another Spellweaver or something? Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. That's fine. We've got a lot of answers to that, actually. We can just Kindled Fury and struggle to kill off 2 things. Pop, pop. Oh, and they're stuck on 2 lands. Still. So we're in great shape now. Cycle a cast out. Ooh. Ooh. That I don't like to see. Just gonna attack here. See what the opponent does. The wall. Okay, I'm gonna Kindled Fury. It lets us hold up the struggle, which I kind of like right now. I might need to kill the Spellweaver, but we're gonna wait and see what else they play here. Gate to the Afterlife. So they actually have that. Sacrifice Gate to the Afterlife. Sure, it's your graveyard. Get this only if there are 6 or more creature cards. Okay. Want to get rid of that. I might even Puncturing Blow this Proven Combatant. Probably don't need to. They're going to need 3 more lands. I think we're okay. Ooh, another Moloch. That I like. Now the tables have turned. We're back to being the aggro deck. We don't need this to do anything in particular. Sucks they get to draw and discard, but I think we're okay leaving that. Discarded Traveler's Amulet. They must have drawn a land. Yeah, there we go. Feral Prowler, sure. Honestly, I think that I even Puncturing Blow that so they don't draw the card. And they have less things in their graveyard for the Gate to the Afterlife. Plus, deals them 2 damage, which is not nothing. We gotta remember that we can actually struggle to survive, so that they can't get the God Pharaoh's gift online. Can't get Gate to the Afterlife going if they don't have 6 creatures in their graveyard. So when they get close, we can use the Painted Bluffs and just survive. Yeah, alright. Kinda wish I had Brute Strength, but this'll be okay. I hope. Can wait a little while. Cycle Desert and pass. Ooh, sweet. That's a card that we like. Let's get this land down. I'm gonna try and hold off on this for as long as possible because it'll be nice to use additional damage on like extra prowess creatures, or now, for example, on this Magmaroth. Get counters off of it. Ugh. Curator is kind of scary. With the Brute Strength, though, we're looking pretty good. So I have to pay 2 and sacrifice to search, and that's after they have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they discard a creature, then they have 5. So, I mean, they're still not going to be able to get 6. I don't think I need to survive just yet. Next turn. I really hope this isn't an unsummon. It's very possible that it is. No, that was too fast. Yep. Nice. Draw, discard, an Overwhelming Splendor. Wow, this person's deck is sweet. They went deep. Thing is, they're still stuck on only 4 creatures. They can Eternalize now if they want. Nope. Just want to keep chumping, it looks like. Oh, wow. Cancel? That's kind of awkward. Because we would like to survive, but then we can't cancel. That's alright. I think that I need to do this. Really wish we'd drawn 1 extra island right now. Stuck chump luck in the Magmaroth, and they're not getting all that much done. Yeah, sure. I mean, that still does kill both of the creatures. I guess they can use the Gate to the Afterlife to discard twice. Possibly hit more. Nope. God, it'd be so good if we had that island. Pass? Oh no. Ugh. Decent card. Not nearly so good now that we got rid of our entire graveyard, but hey, what do? Let's just... pass the turn. I guess I could have cycled the Countervailing Winds and just seen, but I don't know. I'm worried that I'm just going to draw another island here. Sure, that's fine. We can take a hit, is the thing. Man, their draw. Sick. Not letting that happen, though. Alright, we'll cycle. Ugh. What did I say? What did I say? That's unfortunate. Stuck passing. They might be able to get this to go off first anyways. I really thought we had this game in the bag. That's somewhat helpful. Boy, I'd love to draw another good non-creature spell. Unquenchable Thirst would be really nice. I don't have Unquenchable Thirst in this deck. What am I thinking of? They played it against us. We don't have one in ours. Some way to get rid of this, though. It's not the worst. You can see them trading here. Just gonna go to 1. Question is, do they have the damage? Can they actually pump the Winged Shepherd and win? It would be a pretty disgusting win for them. Hoping they just have a couple lands in hand. There's one. Not the land I was hoping for. Rather, it's just totally blank, but... and they played a land. We also drew another one. Do we get there? Show me what you got. Oh, thank you. Whew. I was really worried when we drew 11 lands at the end of that game that we were not going to make it. But as this format has shown again and again, I have a feeling that the aggro decks beat the sweet decks more often than not. Their deck was really cool. I liked a lot of what they did. Although, like what they made for decisions in their deck. I do have to admit, some of the actual play decisions are pretty suspect. Cycling Curator Mysteries turn 1 of game 1 was pretty peculiar, you could say. That felt a little strange. We were really lucky to have the struggle to survive, because otherwise we would have been dealing with the Godfarer's Gift, almost for sure. I can't imagine they're playing the Gate to the Afterlife without having it. But yeah, I mean, this was a sweet match. I think that the aggro decks are still just really, really strong in this format. It's not impossible to dirtle. It wasn't impossible to dirtle in Amonkhet either. I mean, we did do some full force episodes on playing Luxor River Shrines deck. And every once in a while, I did them on stream as well, and I would win 3-0s with them. I mean, it was possible. It was very hard, though. It felt way easier to just be a really good aggro deck. And yeah, I mean, that just... it felt like it was borne out here. The deck that beat us and that, you know, stomped us quite handily was by far the most aggressive matchup that we had. They just curved out faster than us. We stumbled a little bit, and the game was over. And that seems to be the way the format is. It's super aggressive, and if you miss on anything, then you're out. I could be wrong. I'm willing to keep trying and see what this format brings us, but yeah, this deck I think is really strongly positioned because the tempo is just awesome. We didn't get to show it off as much as I would like, the tempo side of things, but even Kindled Fury was really good for us. Unsummon I think is a little bit better, but I mean, Kindled Fury got a lot of opponents, did such great work on cards like Kenra Scrapper. Kenra Scrapper in this deck with Kindled Fury is fantastic. There's a lot of really good combat tricks to work with the Kenra Scrapper, honestly. Even Blur of Blades, which doesn't look super impressive, is quite nice when you get them to double block and you just minus it enough that the Kenra lives, or even just trades up to multiple creatures and you deal them extra damage at the same time. It's a really surprising card. The Scrapper just leads to so many bad blocks, and It's a big backbone in this deck, and you get a lot of those kinds of cards. Spellweaver Eternal is another one that's really great, and of course Aerial Guide is great as well. So you've got a lot of like really solid commons that support this theme, and it's all a lot of aggressive things. Like, we're stuck playing the Thorn Molochs, which I think is some of the worst ones, and they're not unplayable by any means, and they're pretty easily some of the worst, like, red or blue cards to go into this archetype as a creature. You get so many great aggro choices for your critters. Even Firebrand Archer is fine. Like, you can stack together quite a few extra triggers to give that little bit of late game oomph and kill off opponents when they're low. In any case, thank you all very much for stopping by for Full Force. I will be back with you again next week, and of course remember to vote in our Twitter poll as to what we'll be doing next time for a draft. And you can check out all of my content on newmontgaming.com. Hope to see you around. We did just put up, if you missed it, an Elder Dragon Hoedown with a special guest, Joshua Clador, who does legit MTG, pure MTGO, lots of different things. And I will see you guys hopefully next week.